Hi, in this video I'm going to give you introduction to Unity Editor interface and what are the different options available to you in Unity Editor. These are different part of Unity Editor window. Like there is a toolbar, there is hierarchy bar, there is game view, there is scene view, there is inspector, there is project, and there is status bar. These all are important part of Unity Editor. Now I'm going to back to the Unity Editor. Now you can see here, like we have hierarchy, we have scene, we have game, animator, inspector, project, and console. I will explain animator in later video. First of all, we are going to start with the toolbar. This is the toolbar on the top of the Unity Editor, where you have an hand tool, where you have an movement tool, you have rotation tool. Well, there is a concept in Unity which is game object. I will explain it later in detail, but just for basic introduction, that everything in Unity game is an game object. Like your camera is a game object, your 3D models, 2D models are all game object in Unity. Okay, so of course in your scene you can either move, rotate, or scale these game objects. So you can do it from the toolbar. On the left top corner, there is a hand tool that is just for movement in your scene view. Like if you are going to select the hand tool and click on the scene, then it is being moved, and you can move this scene view by using the hand tool. This is one option. Okay, if you want to move a game object in a scene, you have to select the second option. You have to select any game object and you can now move the game object in the scene. Okay, that's how you can do it. Next option is rotate option. By rotate option, you can rotate the game object in any angle you want to rotate, X, Y, or Z. Like I am rotating this object on Z axis. And you can scale the game object by the fourth tool, which is scale tool. I'm going to select it and I can scale my game object by any way I like. I'm going to click Ctrl D to take it back to the home state. Then there is this option, the play button and the pause button. Whatever game you have developed, if you want to start the game in the game bar, game option, you have to click on this play button and the game will start. Okay, like I have clicked this and the game will start, and like I can now play this little game that I have developed. The second one is pause. I can pause, and the third one is I can move to the next scene. Okay, these are the options for playing and pausing the game. On the right side on the toolbar, I can have my account sign in, I can manage layers, I can manage layout. So this is the toolbar, which is the first option we have discussed in Unity Editor. The next option in Unity Game Editor is hierarchy. The hierarchy window is the hierarchical text representation of every game object in the scene. Like in this ray casting example scene, we have 5 game objects: main camera, target 1, target 2, target 3, and target 4. Whenever I select a game object from the hierarchy view, it is also gets selected in the scene view. Like I have selected this target view, and you can see this is selected in the game view, and then the option is scale selected, so I can scale this game object. Okay. Each item in scene has an entry in the hierarchy. So the two windows are inherently linked. The hierarchy window and scene window and option are both linked together. The hierarchy reveals the structure of how game objects attach to each other. Okay, so the next option in Unity Editor is scene view. The scene view allows you to visually navigate and edit your scene. The scene view can show a 3D or 2D perspective. By clicking this button, you can move from 2D to 3D perspective. When you are in 3D perspective, you can see this little option on the right top corner, which is called Gizmo. from which you can see your scene by any coordinate you want to see. Like I want to see it from z-axis, I want to see from x-axis, I want to see from y-axis. I can do it using the Gizmo tool. I will go back to the 2D view. Okay, now. So depending on the type of project you are working, you can change it to the perspective. Like right now I'm working in the 2D project, so I want to see it from 2D perspective. While I will be working in 3D project, I can simply switch from this button to 2D or 3D project. So in simply scene view allow you to visually navigate and edit your scene. The next option is game view. The game view shows you the final rendered game. When you click on the play button, the game will start in the game view, and you can also select it as maximize on play. When this option is selected and you are going to start the game will play on the whole screen rather than just on the game view panel. Like I have played the game, started the game, and now it is being shown in the whole Unity editor. So in simple word, game view shows you the final rendered game, and when you click on the play button, the simulation will begin. The next option is inspector view or inspector window. Every game object has some properties, like there can be a 3D object, there can be a 2D object, there can be an object with voice, there can be object with sprite. So we can see all the properties of a game object in inspector view. Like I have selected the target one from here, and you can see there is a transform property, there is sprite renderer, there is rigid body, there is circle collider. So these are all the properties of this target one game object. So we can also view the properties, and we can also edit the property from the inspector view, and we can also add component to the game object if you want to add. So there is this option add component at the bottom of inspector view, from where you can add any type of component to your game object. And every game object have different set of property. The layout and the content of inspector window change each time you select a different game object. Like if I'm going to select target 2, it will have different properties. If I select this sphere, it have different property. It have a sprite renderer attached to it and a raycast script attached to it. So yes, you can also use script here from the inspector view. The next option is project or project window. The project window simply displays library of the assets that are available to use in your project. In simple word, you can see all the folders in your project, and you can also create your folders from here. You want to create a new folder, just create, and you can create a new folder in your project. And you can see your script, you can see your scenes, and you can see all the available assets that you can use in your game. Okay, the next option in window editor is status bar, which is this little bar down, where you can see all the errors or any message which Unity editor shows. And the next one is console window, where you can see all the errors related to your script in the game. So these are all the options or windows available in Unity editor interface. We have hierarchy, scene, game, toolbar, inspector, project, and console, which I have explained. Okay, I have explained all the options available in Unity editor interface. Thank you.